Hey Gemini, this reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising in Love, October 15th through the end of the month. Gemini in Love, October 15th through the end of the month. Gemini will be giving away a free reading, as I do every month. If you'd like to be considered, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below your video, and I will notify winners at the very end of the month. Gemini in Love, October 15th through the end of the month. Okay, Gemini, message coming through really strong for you guys. Something is an illusion. There are definitely some illusions that feel like they're impacting romance over the next couple of weeks. You may already be feeling it. Feels like this may already be something you're conscious of coming into the next couple of weeks, or at least an issue coming up. The good news, Gemini, is this. I'm channeling two things. Gemini feels like something's missing. Gemini feels like, Gemini feels like something is missing. And Gemini feels like there's an issue that can't be resolved. Okay, so those are two really big messages coming through. The good news is this, Gemini, that in and of itself is an illusion. There actually is an abundance energy here that you may be missing, that a partner may be missing. Now, this may not be a specific message that directly impacts you and your partner. It may not feel like something's missing necessarily in love. It could be money, and now that's spilling over into love. It's important to recognize that there are some illusions here. Now, for a smaller percentage of you, the illusion is that everything is okay, and the reality is over the next couple of months, that bubble may get popped, okay? And you may have this, I don't want to say brutal, because I think that if there really is an issue and there have been some illusions at play, I think that I think that Gemini actually is pretty conscious if there have been some red flags, but they may be more pronounced over the next couple of weeks, okay? So it may not even be you that has the blinders on, or it may not even be Gemini who is believing in these or taking on these illusions as though they are truth. This could be your partner doing this. You may be popping that bubble for a partner like, hey, guess what? There actually is an issue. So we either deal with this or we're going to have to go our separate way. Or, hey, I know it looks like we have an issue, but everything's actually okay over the next couple of weeks. And it feels like the bigger message is that something feels like or someone feels like there's an issue when there's not an issue. It is just an illusion. Something's getting resolved, Gem. So it feels like for the most of you, you have a pretty positive resolution here, but let's get a little bit more clarity. Gemini in Love, October 15th through the end of the month. Okay, your cards are already flying. I can't even find it. Give me one sec, Gem. Okay, Gem, of course, first card out that flies is soulmate. Some of you are single, and the illusion is that you're always going to be single and that you don't have luck calling in soulmates. Well, guess what? Someone's coming in. If you're single, someone's coming in, or somebody may have already showed up this month for you, and you're going to recognize, or you're going to realize over the next couple of weeks that this very much is a soulmate for you, probably a high-level soulmate. For others of you, Gem, this issue pertains to your soulmate relationship, to your soulmate partner, okay? It feels like, okay, what I'm channeling through this, especially for those of you guys in committed relationships, a prayer has been answered. Someone's watching over you right now. I'm definitely getting angels, but I'm also getting a loved one specifically for you, Gemini. A loved one who's passed away is watching over you in your relationship. A prayer has been answered. You may not feel that yet. You may not see that come all the way down to fruition in the physical realm. But over the next couple of weeks, you should at least be feeling that energetically. Even if you can't make sense of that energy, okay, it seems like there's a huge problem here. Why do I actually feel like things are going to be okay? Why do I feel like, you know, all this money needs to go out, and I don't feel like I have enough money coming in? Why am I not more concerned about that? Where's that feeling coming from? That's angels. That is your loved one coming through and speaking to you. Look, everything's okay. You can't see it yet, but I promise you the dots have been connected, okay? I promise you there's abundance. There's a big message around money and abundance here for you, Gemini. I really think some of you may be stressing financially, and that's just impacting your soulmate relationship with your partner. There's a lot of stress here. This could be your partner. You may actually be feeling like everything's okay, and your partner doesn't understand why you're not more stressed out. I think that could be a reality for some of you, and you're like, I can just feel it. I trust in the universe. I'm in divine flow, and everything's okay. The money will be taken care of. Everything is okay. And your partner may be buying into the illusion. If that's the case, Gem, you're going to want to sit down and explain to a partner what that means. What is an illusion? What does that really mean energetically? I think for some of you, you could have some negative energy that you need to clear, or your partner may have some negative energy that they need to clear around them, because the negative energy could be presenting this illusion. It does feel like it could distract you if you don't recognize the difference between illusion and what is truth now. Use your intuition. But something's definitely impacting a soulmate relationship, but it feels like for the majority of you, there's a positive resolution. It's money, right? Stress around career, stress around money. I'm getting stress around a purchase with a home. And it may not be purchasing a home, maybe for some of you, but it feels like a purchase in a home. Maybe something like an expensive appliance has died and you guys need to buy a new one. Something's not working. I just got something about a water heater. So there could be some water energy here. Keep in mind, water is that fluid money energy too, okay? So it may not be the water heater broke. It may be that someone's out of alignment with that water energy, with that divine flow of abundance, okay? But there's some stress around money for sure. The stress around career. There's stress around somebody working too much. I feel like somebody's working too much because they're stressed out about money. Is that ringing true for either you or your partner, Gem? Some of this is an illusion. Don't make it a reality, though. You know what I mean? Don't manifest the illusion. Don't manifest the illusion into something real, okay? It is time to trust the universe. But again, I really think that for some of you, this is a partner. You may be having an issue with the partner, and you're trying to get them on board with this higher vibing thinking, okay? If this may not really be your issue. You may be helping somebody else through this. Like an illusion, nonetheless. Okay, we have codependent energy. This feels more in alignment for those of you in committed relationships, okay? If you're single, there's a potential you could be calling in a soulmate that does have some codependent tendencies, but this feels really strong and really prominent for those of you in committed relationships. Now, it does feel like the illusion could just be, you know, everything's okay. My partner just likes to be with me 24/7. I'm exhausted because it's just work and money. The reality is that some of you really do have a deeper issue to deal with and to tackle, not just over the next couple of weeks. If you're dealing with codependence, if you're dealing with addiction, some partners may need actual therapy here. They may need some intervention from a professional, so that's not something that gets healed overnight. It feels like you're taking off the blinders for a partner. So with this codependence card, I'm actually getting the visual of Gemini taking glasses off a partner, putting them aside and saying, hey, look at things clearly now. We have a problem. You may be showing up with some codependent energy, Gemini partner. Can we handle this together? And Gem, if that's the case, how are you benefiting from that? Abandonment issues, maybe? This person, if they're codependent, they're not going to trigger those abandonment issues. You may not deal with the same kind of fears with this partner as you have with old partners. It doesn't mean that there isn't still an issue here, okay? But the positive is I am seeing a resolution. I think the bigger issue has to do with money. And then you get stressed, and then some of the other issues are surfacing. But this is what soulmates do. This is what soulmates do. They show up with lessons. Wow, we have another soulmate card clarifying. Soulmate. Soulmate clarified by soulmate, okay? I really think for those of you single, you have a really happy outcome over the next couple weeks. Do you see who you're calling in? You've got this energy out there. You're manifesting it. And this is the manifestation. This is high-level soulmate, okay? This isn't a fleeting soulmate. This is somebody really legit. But because many of you have already called in that really legitimate soulmate, this person who really is of the highest good to stick around long-term for you, Gem, there are issues coming up. Soulmates bring up issues. Soulmates surface karmic issues so we can heal them. They reflect that to us and vice versa. You're stepping into a period of some healing, okay? It is important to recognize the illusions, though, because not everything is an issue. Not everything needs to be stressed over or create stress between you guys. Some of it, what I'm getting is some of it doesn't deserve that mental real estate. What does that mean? Some of what you're concerned about and stressed about and worried about doesn't even deserve space in your mind. Doesn't even deserve your energy. It doesn't even deserve to be a thought in your mind, okay? Because it does look like there are some issues. There are some things coming up. Figure out what is an illusion now. If you need help with that, ask Archangel Michael. Ask for that clarity. Ask for signs that you cannot miss. Now, the reality here, Gem, is that you could have some financial issues and some financial stress. You may be dealing with a codependent partner. The illusion may be that these things aren't fixable. You may be thinking of stepping out of a relationship with a partner who you're actually supposed to heal alongside, okay? So don't be walking away from anybody too soon over the next couple of weeks. I know we talked about calling partners back in a little bit earlier on in the month. You may have called the soulmate back in, right? You may have called this soulmate all the way back in. And so they're here. And now things get a little bit real because soulmates get real. Soulmates get deep. Soulmates are not just these romantic, fabulous, it is all of that, but it's also about learning and evolving. How has your soulmate gotten real with you, or how are you getting real with your soulmate? What is being reflected to one another? It's actually time to heal now, okay? No more blinders. Don't believe in illusions. There is resolution here. There is healing here. There actually is a very happy outcome as long as both you and partner are taking the blinders off, okay? Wow, we have a couple of cards that just flew. I love this. I love this. I love this for you, Gem. Okay, let's take a look. So we have finances and career. So this is a big message sitting at the center of your reading. Clarify by it is safe to love, okay? But let's also look at this. Soulmate is also side by side with it is safe for you to love. Finances are causing stress, but something isn't as big of an issue as it appears to be right now. I'm just telling you, especially around money, that's an issue that just isn't as big as you think. Something's getting resolved. That money you need is going to show up, is coming in, but you have to allow universe to do it. So stay in that divine flow. Let that stress go. Try to let that stress go. As hard as that can be, let it go. But there's a safe soulmate here. There is safety here with this soulmate. There is safety. Even if there are issues, even if codependence has circled back, this is still a safe partner. I'm really getting, Gemini, you're meant to be with this person even if there are some issues, okay? The illusion, or maybe even that negative energy presenting an illusion that needs to be cleared, that negative energy that needs to be cleared, maybe whispering in your ear, see, there are already issues. You called this person back in and you need to give up. Or you know what, this love isn't as safe and as strong as you think. Give up. Gemini, some of this is just negative energy that can be cleared really quickly. Get your sea salt baths on, get your sage out, get some energy work done. Something really good is happening. Look at this. So we go from codependence to an expression of love. I'm seeing healing here. I'm seeing that someone is speaking about codependence and you're doing it lovingly. And so a partner can really hear these messages and a partner can really heal. But also that whoever is not the codependent partner, whoever is the enabler in the situation, is also being kind to themselves, recognizing, okay, so I have some fears of abandonment, and that's why I tolerate this codependent partner, and I've tolerated and enabled this bad behavior because it has served me in some way. It feels like there's kindness around these conversations, even the conversations you're having with yourself. But what I'm also getting here, Gemini, is an expression of love. Look, we have issues, but I still love you. We're still safe. You're still my soulmate. I'm madly in love. I'm madly in love. That's what I'm getting. If you're not saying that to a partner, they're saying that to you. I feel like this all ends in an expression of love. I've got you. We have financial issues. We'll deal with it together. We have some codependent issues. We're going to heal that together. Something has come up, maybe some negative energy. We're going to clear that together. We're going to do this together. We are a team. So as intense as maybe this is sounding over the next couple of weeks, there's strength here. If you are with a legitimate partner, if you have a legitimately strong, loving, safe relationship, you're going to see those qualities come out. You're going to see it. You're going to be reminded of that over the next couple of weeks. Now, for those of you who are single and you're like, well, do I really want to call in a partner with all of this intensity? The reality is you may be calling in a soulmate, and some of these issues are going to come up, and they may come up right off the bat. But you can handle it, because for some of you, and it feels like the majority of you, as long as you have a partner willing to heal, a partner willing to take off the blinders, a partner who is evolved enough to see past the illusions and clear some negative energy when that shows up for you guys, it feels like this person's supposed to stay. This does not feel like breakup energy. This does not feel like separation energy. Wow, I love this. Crowning your whole reading. This feels like energy that you trust. You trust in the process, you trust the universe, and you trust one another. If you're afraid somebody's about to leave right now, because I do keep channeling something around abandonment issues, it could be, Gemini, whether it's you or the partner, whoever's being told that they are codependent or showing codependent issues or codependent tendencies, that person may have a lot of fear that the partner's leaving. I don't see the partner leaving. Trust, okay? Keep energy high vibing here, regardless of what's showing up, so you have a happy outcome, okay? Forgiving and learning. You're resolving. Bottom of the deck. Stay optimistic about it. There's something really good happening over the next couple of weeks, even if it feels really intense going into the next couple of weeks, or if you have an intense moment over the next couple of weeks and you really may be sitting by yourself in your thoughts and you're like, wow, I don't even know if we're meant to move forward. Do we forgive and learn from our mistakes and move past this and call in a new soulmate? For some of you, I think that could be a reality, but it feels like a very, very, very small percentage of Geminis. For the majority of you, it's like, work through this. Trust that you've got this. Trust that you have a partner who will heal with you. Trust that this is resolvable, and also trust that your intuition is guiding you. And you don't have to buy into illusions over the rest of this month, over the next couple of weeks, okay? See what is real. You know what is real at your core. You know it is real. You know it is an illusion. So try to go into these next couple of weeks separating illusion from reality and only tackle the reality. Only tackle those real issues and try to do it together. There's strength here. What I'm getting is that there is strength in this. There's a solid foundation here. You may need to be reminded. Sometimes we hit rock bottom, and this doesn't feel like a rock bottom, okay? But sometimes we hit rock bottom to see how strong we are. It feels like relationships may be tested so that you're reminded of how strong your love is. So you are reminded of how strong you are, your partner is, and what a great team you guys make together. So from my point of view, hearing this, feeling this, reading this for you, this is an incredibly positive reading as long as you can see it. But again, you can choose to also see the illusion in this and say, well, this doesn't sound positive. This seems like intense. This seems too intense. And I'm out. You can choose to do that. You can choose to sidestep these issues. But the reality is, especially if there are karmic components to this, they're going to show up in the next relationship anyway. It feels like you've got somebody pretty solid in your life. Do the work you have to do over the next couple of weeks. Don't be surprised if some of this extends into November, but there is healing here. You just have to trust in the process, okay? Trust in universe. If you need clarity, ask for it. If you need more abundance, if you need help, if you need healing, ask universe. You'll get it, because I am getting that prayers are answered. That is a big, big message coming through for you. But trust in your process and also trust in your partner. If you're single, yeah, I mean, you may be calling in a partner who's going to bring some of these issues up for you, and vice versa. But soulmates will help you grow. It feels like you have somebody coming in who will help you grow, and vice versa. It feels like somebody who will stick around for a long time. I'm not getting the financial issues too strong for those of you who are single. That doesn't feel like it's impacting romance too much. But I do get codependence. You may have some fear around calling in another partner who's codependent. You know, addictions, right? Somebody who has an addictive personality, somebody who has true addictions, okay? Some of those karmas don't have to repeat in the new soulmate. Keep that in mind. Some of this forgiving and learning. If you're single, you should be doing this forgiving and learning before you get into the next relationship. But do recognize that you will be calling soulmates in if you're single regardless. And you guys will get through it if some issues come up, okay? It really feels like this person's worthwhile. And they also know you're worthwhile. And your partner knows that you are worth sticking it out with and working at this with, okay? Good energy here, Gems. If you feel like you need more clarity, reach out to me. I am available for private readings, for energy healing sessions. At this point in the month, I'm completely booked up for October, but I will be taking some emergency sessions. I can't promise that I can take all of them because I've been taking on a few too many emergency sessions in addition to a fully booked out schedule, okay? But if you need it, reach out to me. We will figure out how to go about it, even if I ask you to be a little bit patient with me. But I will help you if I can. All right, Gem? I'll see you guys back here November 1st. Good luck with this. Trust this. Infuse a lot of love and light and positive energy. So you guys make sure that you have a really positive outcome. I'll see you back here soon, Gem. Love, light, gratitude. Ciao.